So, good afternoon, all of you. Today we are here with the 10th lecture of your subject Artificial Intelligence, and the topic for today's lecture is Fundamentals of Neural Network. So, very interesting topic. Last time we did the genetic algorithm, the fundamentals of the genetic algorithm. So, today we are going to do the fundamentals of the neural network. Very, very important topic it is. So, as in the beginning of every lecture, I'll start with why we are going to do this chapter, that is neural network. So, what is basically a neural network? So, there are two types of neural network basically. One is the biological neural network, that is the network which is concerned with we humans, the nervous system of we humans, that is known as the biological neural network. And second is the neural network, we generally say the neural network, but it is an artificial neural network. It is a artificial neural network. So I start with the same statement from the first chapter that I am saying that what is an objective of the AI? An objective of the AI to make a machine which at present whatever the things humans are doing better, we want that work should be done by the machines. So to build such a machine that does all the work which at present human does the better. And the more thing, we have made many machines which are working, computers, we have made many computers which are working, but they are working on the instructions given by the human being. They lack one thing, that the decision making. They could not decide what to do. They only do what we instruct them to do. But we want that the human, in artificial intelligence, we build a machine, we can think like human thinking and make the decision itself. So they learn by example. So this is the main aim of the artificial intelligence. And if we want that the machine should work or behave like the human being, then they should. So in human, what is the major thing so which we are doing all the works? It is our brain. That is our nervous system. Our brain is there. So in our brain, we will say it is a biological neural network. So it has many processing units inside our brain. So from those processing unit, what happens? Different signals are generated, and those signals are passed on to our different nerves. That is, the different signals are in our body, and accordingly, our different parts of the body behave according to the actions or the instructions which are generated by the nervous system or in the human brain. So this is the concept of the human. It is the biological neural network or the nervous system of the human being. But if we want that machine to should perform like a human being, then same type of neural network or the same type of brain system or same type of nervous system should be developed in a machine. So that type of neural network which we developed in a machine, that is known as the artificial neural network, or in short it is known as ANN. So ANN means artificial neural network. So two terms are there. One is NN. NN generally denotes biological neural network, and ANN means artificial neural network. So this neural network is in human for our brain system, and we want that this should be transferred to the ANN, and in between there are many processings to be done. So many processings. This is the question is how we can convert the human brain processing into the artificial neural network, because we want that machine should behave like the human, and if we want that machine should behave like the human, so in the background of the human, what is the main thing, main processing unit, that is our brain. From brain it is giving signals to different parts of the bodies, it is making decision, it is learning by examples. So all the things that human carry out through its brain or through its nervous system, we want to develop such a nervous system for a machine. So it is not the natural, it is a developed by the human beings itself, and it is therefore unnatural, and therefore it is known as the artificial neural network. So first of all, main thing is what is neural network and the what is artificial neural network. So up till now, I have told you that what is neural network and what is artificial neural network. Once you understand this thing, then you can understand this chapter properly. So, however, in this chapter, we will see how the biological neurons, biological nervous system of the human being is transformed to the artificial neural network. So, we have to make some model of the artificial neural network, which will mimic the model of the human neural network. So, I will share some slides also. So, in the slide, we will see, first of all, we will study what is the biological neural network, what are the processing units. I will use some terms, that is neurons are there, axons are there, dendrites are there. When I will share the slide, you have to pay attention to these words. What is axon, what is neuron, what is dendrite? So you can understand the brain or the nervous system of the human brain, the inside what is there in a human brain, how the whole processing is done. Then only we have to make a model, the artificial model for the artificial neural network. So this is the main part of today's lecture, that how to make a model of a artificial neural network. That is the fundamentals of the neural network. Then we will see what human tendency is here. They learn by the example. So human learn. There is a learning concept of learning in the human. So we will see how machine can learn and what are different types of learning and what are different types of neural network. So three topics for the today. One is the basics of the neural network, then are the types of neural network, and then is the learning in the neural network. So the whole chapter is divided into three main topics. One is the fundamental of neural networks, then is the types of the neural networks, and next is the learning in the neural networks or the networks or types of learning. What I want to say is, so this is the main overview of this chapter. So I will start sharing the screen first of all, the PPT that I have made. So after I have a look, first there is an introduction about the artificial neural network. What is the requirement? Why artificial neural network is required? It is required that we want to make a machine which behaves like the human. So that machine should have a nervous system of the human, that the brain processing unit of the human. So therefore, this is the need of studying this chapter. So once again, want to say, while I will share the screen, please go through the some terms in the biological neural network. I will show you the diagram of the biological neural network. You will see that when we develop the artificial model of a artificial neural network, that model is known as McCullough-Pitts model or the TLU model. So you will see it just resembles the biological neural network. So here I want to share the screen now. So today's topic is fundamentals of neural network. Now I start with the screen. Just wait for a minute. So we start with the fundamentals of neural network. So what is neural net? A neural net is an artificial. So sometimes we interchangeably make the use of word neural net for the ANN, that is the artificial neural network. So a neural net is an artificial representation of the human brain that tries to simulate, that is the mimicry, same thing what is happening in the human brain, its learning process. So simulation of learning process. An artificial neural network, which is also known as ENN in short, is often called a neural network or a simple NN, that is the neural net. So traditionally, the word neural network, it is referred in traditionally, generally, this word is referred to the biological neurons in the nervous system that process and transmit the information in a any living organism. I will say living organism. But what AN we will making? We will making the ANN, which will be mimicking the human nervous system. Artificial neural network is an interconnected group of artificial neurons. So what is the basic processing unit in artificial neural network? it is the artificial neurons, and in a human it is the biological neurons. So biological neurons in humans and artificial neurons in artificial neural network are the important processing units. They are the processing unit, and they are many millions and billions in numbers, and they are used for doing all the computations and all the processings which carry out in our brain, and they are connected to each other. The artificial neural networks are made up of interconnecting artificial neurons which may share some properties of biological neural networks. So how we will transform the properties of biological neurons into the artificial neurons, that has to be seen by you. So artificial neural network is a network of simple processing elements. The processing elements are known as neurons. Just remember, the processing element in neural network is the neurons. We can exhibit the complex global behavior, that is the human behavior. You can say it is very complex. It can do many processings. So therefore, neurons are known as the processing elements. So neural computers mimic certain processing capabilities of the human brain. So neural computing is information processing. So what happens in the neurons? What they process? They process some information. They get some information as an input, then do some processing, and after processing, they convert that information into the meaningful information, and they present the output. So artificial neural network, like people, they also learn by example. So we want that important property in a human being is they learn by example. We want we want to inculcate that property in an artificial neural network. And what is that property? That property is learn by example. It is very important line. So what properties that is? It is the property of learn by example. And ANN is configured for specific applications such as pattern recognition. So what are the different types of tasks the neural network will do? Different categories of tasks. One is the pattern recognition, data classification. So these are the important terms which are used in the processing of the neurals or the neurons. So learning in biological system involves adjustments to synaptic connections. What is this adjustment? It is known as the weight adjustment. When we will do the model, I will tell you about what is the weight adjustment. So weight adjustment is done. So why we are studying the neural network? That I have already told you why we are studying the neural network. What happens? We have made up till now the conventional computers, which are not good for. So just see the red line. Up till now, we are made the computer machines, but they are the conventional computers. They have some shortcomings. That shortcomings have to be reduced or the changed to the higher grade. We have to grade those shortcomings into the upper level and make them as the artificial machine. That is the aim of the artificial intelligence. So what are the shortcomings in the conventional computers? Very important point. This is what are the shortcomings, because we have to remove these shortcomings so that we can achieve our goal of making a AI machine. Up till now, we have made many computers, but there are many shortcomings. What are those shortcomings? Just see. Interacting with the noisy data. So whatever data we give, it does the processing on that data. If something unwanted thing is present in that data, a conventional computer is not able to remove that. That unwanted thing is known as noise. So conventional computer is not able to remove that particular noise. Second is that noise is actually a data itself, and it is the unwanted data which creep into your main data, and noise creep into the main data from the environment. Second is parallelism. So conventional computers are there, but they have the parallelism, but there is not massive parallelism as there is a parallelism which is shown between the neurons in a neural network. So neurons in a neural network, because there are millions of neurons in a human brain. So how they do all the works at a particular moment, just see as here. So what we are doing at a particular multitasking is there. So multi-parallelism is there, a massive parallelism between the different neurons take in our brain, but it is not present in a conventional computers. So we want that feature in a machines which are AI machines. One is the fault tolerance and adapting to the circumstances. So these are some of the features which are lacking in a conventional computers, uh, and it is inhibiting them to become a AI machine. Next is coming to the red lines. The neural networks are based on a parallel architecture of the biological brains. So what we want in a machine, it is having the capability of not a single human being neural network. It will have a capability of many human beings at a time. So it will have a parallel architecture. So neural networks are a form of multi-processor computer system. So it is a multi-processor computer system, and what what are the properties of this neural network are simple processing elements are there which are known as the neurons. Means what they consist? They consist of high degree of interconnections between the neurons and simple scalar messages and adaptive interaction between these elements. Very important, that is the biological neural network. So just go through this. I will stop here slide for 10 20, for half a minute to just read the biological neural network. So I will stop for you. You just have a read of this page. You go through this page. That is what is biological neuron model. Then I will tell you about this model. You just read through this. So I just wait for you. Just see the first of all, have a sight for the diagram for 15 to 20 seconds, then start reading the lines because these are important lines in the biological terms. So give stress on dendrites, axons, neurons, what is synaptic. So these are the important terms that you have to go through. Just go through in a single go. So just see what is neural cells or neurons, then what is dendrite, what is axon. So I will read for you. The human brain consists of a large number, more than a billion of neural cells or the neurons. They process the information. So each cell or the neuron work like a simple processor. So therefore it is known as the multi-processor system. So biological neuron, they work same as the processor in our computer system. The massive interaction between all the cells means all the neurons and their parallel processing only makes the brain's ability possible. So just see the diagram here. So I will just tell you, just see this is the neuron, this is the dendrites that receive the information from the other neurons. Then there is the axon hillock. So one neuron and other neuron is connected through the axon, and the terminal point of axon is known as the axon hillock. So this whole chain is known as the axon. Two neurons are connected with each other with the help of the axons, and all the synapse is the signal. So signal generation, all the signals are output. Just see in when this axon ends, so it has multiple outputs. So these output goes to the dendrites of the different neurons. Similarly, one axon will go there and it will lead to the another neuron. One axon will come from here and it will lead to the another neuron. So what are dendrites? They are the branching fiber that extend from the cell body or the soma. The body of cell is known as the soma. So axon is a singular fiber carries information. So what axon does? It carries the information away from the cell, that is soma, to the synaptic sites of other neurons through dendrites and muscles or gland. So axon play the important role. They carry the information from one neuron to the another neuron, and dendrites, they accept the information. Dendrite of the neuron accept the information from the other, and that is the input to particular neuron is given by the dendrites, and output from this neuron goes to the input of another neuron, that is through the axon. So axon hillock is the site of summation. So all the output information to suppose there is one neuron here and there is another neuron here. So if this neuron uh, receives many information from this neuron also, from this neuron also, then there is an axon hillock here. So it will receive the information from all the neurons. So that is axon hillock. So axon hillock is the site of summation for all the incoming information, and then it will send to this neuron. So all the signals, we have to generate the signals. So myelin sheath is there, we consist of fat containing cells that insulate the axon from electrical activity. So actually the signals are generated. So one signal should be insulated from the another. That is done with the help of the myelin sheath. So this is the myelin sheath. Then important thing is synapse. Synapse is the point of connection between the two neurons or the neuron and a muscle or a gland. So one neuron may connect to another neuron, one neuron may connect to muscle, or one neuron may connect to a gland. So how that is the point of connection between neuron with neuron or neuron with muscle or neuron with gland, it is a through synapse. So all the electrochemical communication between neurons take place at these junctions. And there is the terminal buttons, that is the small knobs at the end of axon that release chemicals called the neurotransmitters. So all the signals, they are carried with the help of neurotransmitters from one neuron to the another, and from one neuron to the different muscles and glands of our body. So this is the structure of the biological neuron. So just go through this structure again. I will again show that particular diagram. Very important this is. Just go through this diagram. So I will stop here for 10 seconds. You go through this diagram and we will see how we mimic this diagram to make a model for the artificial neural network. So let me ask you something that you have understood or not. Hello, Suraj. Just unmute yourself, Suraj. Suraj and Rohit Prasad. Unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
You are Suraj or Rohit?
Yes, sir, Rohit Prasad.
Hello.
Sir, Rohit.
Rohit, have you understood what is biological neuron or biological nervous system up till now? Have you understood this?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
what is the main component of any biological nervous system? What it is
Mm,
known as?
sir, it's neuron.
Neuron or the nerve cell. Neuron or
Yes,
the
nerve cell.
nerve cell. And how one neuron, what is that thing which takes the information from one neuron to another?
Sir, axon.
Axon. Uh, where the actual information exchange takes place, that point is known as
Sir, synapses.
synapses. Very good. And what is the role of dendrite?
Uh,
Yes, yes.
sir, dendrites are the. Sir, skip हो गया.
So you may think that dendrites are the take the information, that is the input is given to a particular neuron through the dendrites.
Dendrites.
Collector.
Okay, sir.
It is a type of collector.
Collector.
Okay. Poonam. Hello. Poonam is there. Poonam, unmute. Poonam Kumari. Poonam, you unmute yourself. Sagar?
Yes, sir.
Anji, Sagar? Hello? Sagar? Are you not getting my voice? Rajat Bhatti? Rajat Bhatti, you unmute yourself. Rajat? So you are not responding, Rajat? Harnoor?
Yes, sir.
Harnoor, you tell me what you have understood up till now.
So you have told about neural networks, biological and artificial, and up till now you have just discussed about biological neural networks, about the neuron structure, dendrites, and how the information passes by.
Okay, next. Only this thing. So in a whole, what you can see that one neuron is there. It receives the input through the dendrites. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then it is neuron is a processing unit. It does some processing. It does some processing, and after processing, it sends the output on the output line. So the output line is axon. Output line is the axon, and the point where the information exchange takes with the another neuron, that is known as synapse. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the thing. So just see in the next diagram about how we make a model for artificial neural network on the basis of the biological neural network. So I will again start sharing the screen. So just see information in a neural cell. So the cell I have now represented the neural cell in a horizontal manner. Just see the neural cell in front of you. So what is there? There is the input to the neural cell. I will make a neural cell in front of you. So see in a diagram, there is, I will make the structure of the neural cell, the simple structure in the form of dendrites. So this is the neural cell. Then just see here, we are making the axon. Axon is there. Then there are the output lines. And this is one junction there. So this is one junction there. So just see here. So as we see, you have seen your computer system. So what happens in a computer system? It has CPU, it has input unit, and it has got the output unit. So same structure is of your biological neurons. So here, but what we are talking here, we are talking about CPU, and there is a one processor. So there are if in this place we have multiple processors, then it will mimic the structure, the model. We will mimic what the model which is present in our computer system. Actually, I want to say you, it is through our biological nervous system only the model of your computer has been developed. The model of your computer has been developed only through your biological neural network itself. So same thing is there in a neural network. So what happens? We just see in a diagram, there is the input, then there is a processing on the unit, and this is known as axon. Axon hillock is their thing. This is known as axon hillock. Then we have different types of synapse. One synapse, second, third. This is the synapse point. Synapse point are there where the actual information exchange of information takes place, and from here this information goes to another neurons. Here may be another neuron, here it may be another neuron, here it may be another this neuron may be having its dendrite, this neuron will also having its dendrites, this neuron will also having its dendrites. From here the information will go to the another neurons. So these are all neurons. So there is a many structure, this type of structure which is present. So what happens, just see the dendrites receive the activation from other neurons. So here the dendrites are there, it will receive the input. Activation means the input. So it will receive the input from the other neurons. Some processes the incoming activation and converts them into output activations. So soma, what is the role of soma? It is telling. So it will collect the input. Then axon act as a transmission lines to send the activation to the another neuron. So axon is there. It will take all the process. But what happens here? Main thing is this thing. So this neuron. Here the whole processing takes place. So this processing system. This is neuron is nothing but it is the your neuron is the processing element. Neuron is the processing element. So what type of processing is done, we will see in the next slides. And once the information is there, all the processing is done, then axon will carry it to this place, and from here to the synapse point, it will move to the another neurons. So this is the whole structure of your biological neural cell. So on the basis of this, we have developed the artificial neural model. So what is artificial neural model? The name of this neural model is known as, it was suggested by the Macaulay and Pitts. Therefore, it is known as the Macaulay-Pitts neuron. Macaulay-Pitts neuron. 1 minute. So it is also known as a macula, and another name for this is known as threshold logic unit. Why it is known as threshold logic unit, that I will tell you, just wait for a while. Why it is known as the threshold logic unit. So this model, the simple model, the artificial simple model of the ANN, it is having the, because it was given by Macaulay and Pitts, therefore it is also known as Macaulay-Pitts model, or and it is also known as threshold logic unit. Why it is known as TLU, that is the threshold logic unit. In a coming just 1 minute, I will tell you about this thing. So a set of input connections bring in the activation from the other neuron. So just see, this is what the whole this is represented in this diagram. Just see how it is represented. So how the neuron is represented, what is the function of the neuron? So it is a simplified model, that is the artificial neuron. So it has represented here. So this is one neuron in this diagram. So dendrites were there and it has been replaced by the input. So input 1, input 2, input 3, and input n. So these are replaced by the dendrite size replaced by the, because there in that diagram in a biological neural dendrites were present. So we are converting that diagram into the neural network, artificial neural network model. Then axon was there and the output synapse, and here it is represented by the output. Now the whole neuron is represented here. There I said neuron is a processing element. So this what two processes are there. One is the process of summation and another is the process of activation. Two process is carried out in the neuron. One process is the summation. Whatever the input signals or input data it receives from other neurons. This is neuron basically. But here I will write it as the artificial neuron. So what it does, whatever the information it receives from different neurons, it receives, it sums all those information, then it goes through the activation function. Now, what is this activation function? It is a non-linear activation function, like or also known as a threshold function. So its main aim is to see that all the signals when we have added, they have achieved one level or not. If that the level achievement or particular level that is known as given by the threshold value. Threshold value. If summation of all the signals goes through is more than this threshold value, this will be denoted by this activation function. Then it will activate this signal and put it to the output lines. Otherwise, if that value summation of all the inputs, the value, if it is less than the threshold value, then output will not be activated. So this is the main processing done in the artificial neural summation. Then if output of the this summation, the value which is summed up, calculated by receiving the signals from all the neurons, if that value is greater than the threshold value, then the output is activated and sent on the output lines. So activation function is there to activate this thing. So output line transmitter. So just go through three brown lines what I have written under the diagram. A set of input connections brings in activations from the other neurons. A processing unit sums. This is the processing unit whole, that is neuron. Its first step is summation. So processing unit sums the inputs and then applies a non-linear activation function. So this is the non-linear activation function. There are different types of non-linear activation functions. We will do like sigmoid function, sine function, tangent function is there. So we will go to just piecewise linear function is there. So there are different types of linear functions. So those all are the activation functions. Then next, if it is activated, then the signal is sent to the output or the value sent to the output lines. This is the simple diagram of your neural network. So the simplest. So here this ellipse is basically is nothing. It is the processing element which is known as the artificial neuron. So in other words, the input to a neuron arrives in the form of signals. The signals build up in the cells. Finally, the cell discharges or cell fires to the output. Now the cell will fire only if this value, the summation value, is greater than the threshold value. Therefore, this is known as the threshold logic unit. And it was given by Maculo. It is also known as the Maculo-Pitts neuron. So just go through the next slide now. So model of artificial neural networks. Just see, now we will go to the equation. So just go through the equation. What is the output now? What is the output of that model? What will be the output here? What output we will receive here? The output is, if there are n units, 1 to n units as an input, then output is given as, just see, it is summation of all the inputs, that is I 1 to n input I minus phi. Now what is phi here? It is the threshold value. It is the threshold value. So if the sum of this whole input, summation of all the inputs, if it is greater than this value, then we will get some value here. That is the positive value will be here. If the sum is less than this phi, that is the threshold value, we will get the negative value here. If negative value is there, then the cell will not fire. We will not receive any output. If some positive values there means this summation should be greater than this phi, that is the threshold. And what is there? We have applied some sigmoid function or any sine function that is known as the activation function. So it all depends the summation input I. If the summation input I is greater than this, then only we will get some output. If this value is less than this value, then negative will be there, then no activation will be there. So just see there, if phi is the neuron's activation threshold, so if summation input I is greater than threshold, then output will be 1, means that we will get some output, otherwise the output will be 0. And this is the sine function is there, activation function. Very simple, it is very, very simple. Next, now we will make some change here. Now what we are changing, just see, we are just changing the input signal here. Rest all the thing is same. So what happens in this diagram? We have x1, x2, and xn are inputs. They are nothing else. Which was I1, I2. Then there is a processing element neuron is there. Same, I am making the neuron. So what happens in the neuron? One is the summation, and second is the activation function, which is given now. I am just refining the diagram of the previous slide. So this is the activation function. So this is the neuron or the artificial neuron. So one change is there. Actually, what happens in a previous diagram? Input was directly going to here, but now we are adding some weight to the input. We are adding some weightage. So only one change is there. Weight 1, weight 2. It is weight, WEIGHT. Then it is gone for a solution. So only one thing is different from the previous diagram. So we have attached weight. What happens? Just see in your case when we make your result. So there are different elements of your result. We get the input one from the assignments. We get the input from your MSTs, and we get the input from your final exams. Then this is the external. This is the internal. Internal is further divided into assignment and MST. So this weightage is 40%, this weightage is 60%. So we have attacked the, now in 40% weightage, 24 weightage is for your assignments, 16 is for your 16 is for assignments, and 24 is for MST, and 60% is for final exam. Then we will get the 100%. So if the weight is there to the input, sometimes we get the input, but all input are not equally, you can say, important. Some have more priority or the more weightage, and some have less weightage. So if you want to give the weightage, suppose your neuron at this particular time, you are getting one signal from my, you are receiving my signal, and other way your mother is also calling. So if it is your class, then you have to give more weightage to my sound than your mother sound at this particular moment. So this type of thing is there always, because at a time your brain, your neuron receives signals from many other neurons. So one neuron is my neuron, and another neuron is anybody sitting besides you. You are also, if he is calling you, you are also receiving the signal. Now it is up to you to whom you want to give the more weightage at a time. So this is the thing, that is the concept of weightage is there. Rest all is the same. So see in output also. So what we have changed in the output here. So just see output signal here. Y is given as the output, or X is given as the input. Y is given as the output. So what is output here? It is summation. There is a sum function. This function is in the last example we have written sine function, but you can write F. F is any type of activation function we can use. It can be activation function like sigmoid function, tangent function, for any type of function, piecewise linear function, any or binary function, any activation function you can have. And here you give the threshold value to this function, and if summation of this thing is greater than this, only the cell will fire, otherwise the cell will not fire. So what is change here? We had a summation I is 1 to n. We had xi as the input and wi. So weight is also at it. So one thing xi into, earlier example we were having I or the, you can say xi input, and here it is a w. Wi is the weight of each input, then threshold value. So this is the equation now. So in this, weight has been introduced. So in the output also the weight has been introduced. So this is the main diagram. If you are asked to make a model of a neural network or artificial neural network, you will make this diagram. The basic McCullough-Pitts model. This is the basic now. You have, otherwise you can make first diagram, then you make step by step. First is that, now if nothing is asked, simple 5 marks question, you can directly make this model, because this includes weight as well. So if asked to make a diagram of a neural network, you will make this diagram and you will give this output. Just remember. So what are different types of activation functions? There are name of 5 activation functions. Just remember the name of these functions. One is the linear functions. Second is the threshold function, piecewise linear function, sigmoidal function, tangent hyperbolic function. I'll stop here for 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Just go through names of these activation functions. These, so any activation function can be here. Just remember the name of these functions. So it, how to choose? It is again one more study that is not in your syllabus. It depends upon the type of problem we are facing. So different types of activation functions can be used. Just remember the name of these 5 activation functions. So this is about the basic of the neural network. In the next portion, we will do, today itself we will do the next portion, that is the types of neural network and the learning in a neural network. Let me ask you some questions now. Prabnoor, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Anji Prabnoor, have you understood the basic model of the artificial neural network?
Hello.
Hello. Anji Prabnoor, I can hear you. Just start speaking now.
Hello.
Anji, bolo Prabnoor. Don't give any excuse of network problem. Yes, Prabnu. Vaibhav Tripathi. Hanji Vaibhav. Unmute yourself. Vaibhav. Uday Mahajan.
Yes, sir.
Hanji. Who's speaking now? Vaibhav or Uday Mahajan?
Sir, Uday.
Uday Mahajan.
हाँ जी सर.
Hanji Prabnu, आप क्यों नहीं बोल रहे? एक मिनट उदय. Just wait. Prabnu, why you are not speaking now? You have unmuted your mic. You have to unmute. आपका mic mute है. Prabnoor Singh. Otherwise, I have to mark absent. Means you are not here. हाँ जी उदय महाजन.
हाँ जी सर.
हाँ जी आप बताओ. Have you understood the model?
हाँ जी सर. Yes, sir. I have understood it.
What are the two names given to this model?
सर एक मैक्लोड-स्पिट्स मॉडल जिसको आर्टिफिशियल न्यूरल नेटवर्क भी कह सकते हैं.
हाँ जी, इस मॉडल का नाम उन्होंने दिया और दूसरा नाम
सर थ्रेशोल्ड लॉजिक यूनिट.
okay. What is the main processing unit name as? What is the name of main processing unit? Just see the diagram.
हाँ जी सर.
इसका नाम क्या है? ये प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट है. इसका नाम क्या है?
सर न्यूरॉन कह सकते हैं, आर्टिफिशियल न्यूरॉन.
Artificial neuron. So what are the two main processing or the processes which carry out in a processing unit?
सर इसमें जब हम इनपुट जितनी भी मिलती हैं उसको समेशन करते हैं, ठीक है, सिग्मा के साथ. और अगर तो हमारी जो इनपुट है वो थ्रेशोल्ड से ज्यादा है तो आउटपुट जनरेट होएगी, नहीं तो नहीं होएगी.
You will just refine yourself. You will say if the summation of the input, not input. If the
Yes,
summation
sir.
of the input is greater than,
the threshold.
so where that threshold value is given, it is given as the
Activation function or threshold function.
And what was the change in this diagram?
सर इसमें हम इनपुट के साथ वेट भी मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं और फिर इनपुट की समेशन करते हैं.
Good. So very simple, I think it is. So student, these chapters, the genetic, then the fuzzy, then this chapter, they are very small chapters. Just see, in one lecture, we finish this chapter, but their weightage is equivalent to all other chapters. We have done search techniques. It took us 4 lectures, but this only 1 lecture. So their content is less. It is only the introduction part here. Actually, neural network is one of the subjects of the computer science and the electronics engineering. But in this your syllabus, it was just an introduction to the neural network. You might have studied something about that in the machine learning also. Machine learning किया ना आपने? Yes, Uday?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Machine learning में भी you have studied this thing, neural network little bit, processing or
Yes,
not?
sir. थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ा था.
थोड़ा बहुत किया था ना?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is now I will do with the second portion of this chapter, that is the types of neural network and types of learning in neural network. Then we will have a poll. So now we will do the types of neural network and learning associated with the neural networks. So what does basically neural architecture of your neural network? The basically architecture of the neural network is nothing else. It will represent like this in a simple manner. Just see, we represent one neuron is here, one neuron is here, one neuron is here, one is here, one is here, and they are interconnected. This neuron is connected to this. This neuron is connected to this. This neuron is connected to this thing. So what is basically? It is nothing but a graph. Your neural network is a type of graph. The graph consists of vertices and edges. Each neuron represents the vertices or the vertex, and each connection, which is actually the axon, it is connected, represented as the edge. So what is your neural network? It is a graph G, which is represented by the graph G, which consists of vertices and the edges. So any graph. So this is the basic structure of your neural network. So there is a group of vertices. So each neuron or the nerve cell represent the vertex. Each connection between them, that is the axon, is represented with the help of edge, that is E. So your neural network is a type of graph. So again, the same network is there. So we arrange in particular linear order all the neurons at the input line and the all neurons at the output lines. Now we are making the layered structure of your neural network. Now this is the layered structure of your neurons. So just see what is the layered structure. So one, there is the input layer is there. These all are the neurons. So this neuron, this one neuron, it receives input x1 and it gives output to many neurons. It gives output to this neuron, and this neuron. So what is the weight? So this neuron, this all are receiving input from this neuron. So it is the weight also. So what is the weight here? These are named x1, x2, xn. So it is an input layer neuron number 1, neuron number 2, neuron number n. In output layer also there is a 1, 2, I will say up till m. So this is the weight. So this will y1, y2, ym. Just understand it is the same thing. In that particular, in the previous diagram, we were taking into account only the one neuron. Input was coming to neuron and output was going to out of the neuron. Now we are at this diagram, we are taking into account n neurons and m neurons here. How they are connected to each other. So this is the layered network of your neurons. So this is the input, all the neurons which are treated as the input. These are the treated as the output. In the previous diagram, we were only doing this portion only. We were expanding this neuron in which we were having the summation and all the things. Now, here also there can be a weight. Here also there can be a weight. I'm talking just from one layer. This is giving input to this. This is giving input to this. This is giving input to this. Or reverse. This neuron is taking input from this. So what is the weight of the input? That is denoted by W11. Means from neuron at the this layer 1 number and attached to 1 number here. So therefore W11, this will be W weight 1, 2, this will be W1, 3. Now this neuron is attached to this one. This neuron is also attached to this one. This neuron is also attached to this one. So here the weight will be W21, here W22, here W2n, 2m, sorry. Now this neuron is attached to this neuron with the weight Wn1. This is attached to this with the weight Wn2. This is also attached to this with the weight Wn. This is now the layered structure. We are saying that we do not have only the one neuron at a time. We have many neurons. So some neurons are acting as a input for the another neuron. Now this neuron is acting as the output for these three neurons, and this neuron is acting as an input for these three neurons. These are the M neurons. So this neuron is acting as an input for 1, 2, and M. And for this is output neuron. For this inputs are 1, 2, and N up till N. So this is the structure, the layer wise. So what you see, this is this layered structure, or it is known as a single layer. There, because only there is a single layer of weights in between. There is a single layer of weights in between. Means input and output are directly connected. There is no any layer in between of another neurons. So there is a single. Therefore, this layer, this network is known as single layer. Next is feed forward. So all the data is feeding from this layer to this layer in one direction only. Nothing is coming, nothing is going reverse back to this layer backward. यहाँ से आउटपुट से कोई भी वापस इनपुट में नहीं जा रहा. तो ये क्या है? it is a feed forward network. यहाँ से इस तरफ कोई जा रहा output. So this is the feed forward. And why it is known as single layer? Because in between input and output, there is no other layer of neurons. We will see multi-layer feed forward network in the next diagram. So this is the single layer feed forward. You may have a question, right? Explain the different types of neural network. So this is the first type of neural network where there is a single layer and it is also the feed forward neural networks. Just see the next type. And you have to see the diagram also. Now see what is this. Now this is the multi-layer feed forward. There are two concepts. One is the layer. How many layers? Single layer or a multi-layer. Another concept is it is a feed forward or the feed backward. So in this diagram, what happens? Yes, I will make this diagram, or you can see what happens. There are neurons here which act as the input neurons. They are in number 1, 2 up till L. Here the numbering is, these all are neurons. And there is the output also. Here they are numbered as N neurons. Y1, Y2, Ym, or N. They have taken as N. So N neurons in output layer. I will write N simple. L neurons in the input layer, which are taken as X1, X2, and XL. Now what happens? This neuron is connected to this neuron, but not directly. There is some more layer of neuron in between. So these layers are YM. It is also Y. Now this neuron is output of X1, X2, and XL. And this act as the input for this one. So this layer here, this layer is acting as the output for this layer and input for this layer. So it is a layer in between the first input level and the last output level. So here this layer act as input also, output also. This layer only act as the input. This layer only act as the output. But in between there can be many such layers which act both as the input and the output. And such layers are known as the hidden layers. These in between layers are known as the hidden layers. So this is input layer, this is output layer, and this is the hidden layer. And it is having m number of neurons. So it is LMN. So this category is LMN. There is a L number of neurons in a input layer, m numbers of neurons in a hidden layer, n numbers of neurons in a output layer. Now, if there is more than one hidden layer, then your network will be like L. Just wait. Then your network will be named. Suppose this is also one hidden layer. Now this is hidden layer number M1. It is hidden layer number M2. So here it will be denoted as L, M1, M2, N. So here this is only the input layer. This is only the output layer. In between M1 and M2 are the two hidden layers which act as both input layer and the output layer. So there are multiple layer and all are going to one direction, that is input is going in the output only. Therefore it is known as a feed forward. So it is a second type of neural network or the second architecture of the neural network. Let's see the next architecture. Now here see, it is the same, but what we are having here, we are having output serve as the input to output of this goes to the input layer. So here it is also known as feed backward or the recurrent network. So this type of network is known as the recurrent network or the feedback loop is there. Recurrent network is that network where the feedback loop is present between the output layer and the input layer. The output serve as the input. So this type of network is known as the recurrent neural network. So three types of architecture. One is whether it is a feed forward or the feed backward or the recurrent, and second is whether it is a single layer or multi layer. There can be a single layer recurrent network also. There can be multi layer. Here the diagram, it is a multi layer recurrent network. Because multi layer is because we have a hidden layer in between first input layer and the last output layers. So next we have the types of learning. What are the different types of learning methods in a neural network? Very important topic this is. So there are three types of learning method. One is supervised learning, then there is the unsupervised learning, and third is the reinforced learning. And what is the basis of the differentiation between these? The basis for differentiation, the classification is done on the 2 points. Whether first point is whether the teacher is present. Here teacher is not the physical teacher, means some guidelines, some information is present for the neural network or not. And second is the information provided for the system to learn. Is there some information there through which the system will learn or not? I will just tell you how the neural network works upon. Just see how the neural network works upon. Now this is the simple diagram of a neural network. I said that your artificial neural network, the main thing which is present in a biological neural network, that we learn itself. Now see how these networks learn. Artificial neural network कैसे वो learn करते हैं? What is learning? Just see the example. आपको मैं एक example बताता हूँ. Suppose you are going to give the examination. You are going to give the examination, and it is desired that you score 90% marks. Then you will get the car. So here, and you are available with all the information. आपके पास we teachers are present. हम आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं. We are known as a teacher or any guide. Actually teacher is a supervisor. So anything which supervises you to achieve your aim or to solve any problem, if anybody helps you, supervise you, guides you, that is known as a teacher, supervisor or not. Now what I am going to tell you, the supervised learning. What is the supervised learning and how we see all the things? Just see here. You want 90% marks at the output. One particular student, आपको 90% marks चाहिए. Your father says you get a 90% marks and I will give you a car. So here, one is your MST. One input is MST. Second input is your assignment. Third input is your final marks. So weight for final marks is 60. The weight for assignment is 16. The weight for MST is 24. क्लियर? ये आपका वेट है. तो आपको अब देखना है कि आपके 90% मार्क्स आते हैं कि नहीं. So what happens in MSTs? You get 20 marks. In assignment, you get 18 marks. Oh, sorry, out of 16, you get 16 marks. In here, you get 54 marks. So just have a total. So total is 90. But what you needed more than 90 marks. You needed more than 90 marks. So now you will not get the car. So what is the difference? Difference was you needed at least 91. You needed at least 91. So 91 minus 90 we will do here. So what was expected? Expected was more than 90. So more than 90 was 91. That is known as the expected. What I have expected out of you, I have expected 91 marks, at least 91 marks. What actually you have got? Actual mark you have got 90. So there is a difference. We will find the delta. That is the difference. Delta. Delta is expected minus 90. So 91 minus 90, it is 1 marks. So आपके 1 मार्क्स कम हो गए. इसको हम एरर भी बोलते हैं. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? एरर. तो मीन्स ये अब आपको फीडबैक जाएगा. नेक्स्ट टाइम आपकी लर्निंग में एक कमी होगी. दिस टाइम यू गिव द एग्जांपल, यू गिव द एग्जामिनेशन. तो आपकी लर्निंग कैपेबिलिटी में कमी होगी 1 मार्क्स की. नेक्स्ट टाइम आप पढ़ोगे तो आप ध्यान दोगे कि भाई यहाँ तो मैंने बहुत जोर लगाया 54, यहाँ से मैं और ज्यादा नंबर नहीं ला सकता. असाइनमेंट में ऑलरेडी मैंने 16 ले लिए, 16 में से 16 ले लिए, मेरे ज्यादा नहीं बन सकते. तो मुझे कहाँ पे नया और जोर लगाना पड़ेगा? मुझे एमएसटी में ज्यादा जोर लगाना पड़ेगा, जहाँ पे मेरे 24 में से 20 मार्क्स आए. तो आप यहाँ पे अगर ज्यादा जोर लगाओ, यहाँ पे ज्यादा जोर लगाओ. ये आपकी ये 2 एरियाज है जहाँ पे आपने एडजस्टमेंट्स करनी है, जिसको बोलते हैं वेट एडजस्टमेंट्स. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम तो ये इस टाइप की लर्निंग जो होती है, आपने एक बार एग्जाम दिया, आपको पता चल गया कि यू आर शॉर्ट बाय 1 मार्क्स. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम आप वो 1 मार्क्स को कैसे कवर करोगे? तो इन दिस केस दिस टाइप ऑफ लर्निंग इज नोन एज सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग. हियर द टीचर इज आल्सो प्रेजेंट बिकॉज यहाँ पे हमने आपको पहले पढ़ाया था. तो नाउ यू विल कम टू टीचर एंड से कि सर मेरे एमएसटी में नंबर कम थे, मुझे कोई तरीका बताओ कि मैं कैसे एमएसटी को और अचीव करूं. नाउ टीचर विल गाइड यू so that you score more than or you score more 1 marks so that you can get a car. So guide is present to help. Second is the information provided for the system to learn. So information यहाँ पे आपको provide हो गया कि 91, ये आपको पता था, information दिया गया है कि you have to score more than 90. More than 90 means at least 91. तो जिसके साथ आप compare कर रहे हो. So here both the things are present. Your teacher is also present. Means full information is present at the input end कि क्या क्या आपने यूज करना है, क्या क्या फैक्टर्स हैं. तो ये एक तरह का टीचर है एक तरह का, और ये एक तरह का आउटपुट जो आपको सिस्टम को लर्निंग के लिए इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइडेड है. तो इसको हम बोलते हैं इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइडेड, जिससे सिस्टम को लर्न किया. यार इस इंफॉर्मेशन से अपने सिस्टम ने लर्न किया कि आपको 1 नंबर की कमी रह गई. तो दिस टाइप ऑफ लर्निंग इज नोन एज द सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग. So just see what is supervised learning. So supervised learning, our teacher is present during the learning process. तो ये जो आपको वापस गया सेकंड टाइम, ये लर्निंग प्रोसेस है, ये द लर्निंग प्रोसेस. So every input pattern is used to train the network. So all the input pattern are used to train. अब आप अपनी ट्रेनिंग ऐसे करोगे कि आप यहाँ पे 1 नंबर बढ़ गया, यहाँ 1 नंबर यहाँ पे बढ़ गया. अगर यहाँ पे 15 आए होते तो यहाँ भी बढ़ सकते थे. So this is learning और ट्रेनिंग, कि आपको 1 नंबर और बढ़ाना है. Learning process is based on comparison between the network's computed output and the correct expected output generating error. तो ये जो आपने जो फर्स्ट टाइम दिया था, तो आपकी जो एक्चुअल आउटपुट आई थी that is computed output, वो क्या है 90, और expected आउटपुट क्या था 91. ठीक है, इन दोनों में डिफरेंस वो आएगा एरर. एरर आ गया 1 का एरर आपने नेक्स्ट टाइम में रिमूव करना. तो वो जो रिमूव करोगे, यहाँ पे जो इंप्रूवमेंट्स करोगे, that is known as the learning. Therefore, it is known as the supervised learning. The error generated is used to change the network parameter that result improved performance. यहाँ तो हम एक काम और भी कर सकते हैं, जहाँ पे आपके नंबर, यहाँ तो टीचर बोले कि आपको मार्क्स तो जरूरी लेना, तो चलो इसकी जो वेटेज 24 थी, इसकी वेटेज हम कम कर देते हैं, और यहाँ पे आपने इसकी पढ़ाई है, इसकी वेटेज हम 20 कर देते हैं. तो अगर इसकी वेटेज 20 कर दोगे तो 20 में से 20 आ जाएंगे, इसकी वेटेज कम कर दोगे तो उससे तब भी एडजस्टमेंट आपके 1 मार्क्स फिर बढ़ जाएंगे. तो ये भी एक मेथड है. तो आइदर यू चेंज द पैरामीटर और यू स्कोर द मोर, दैट इज लर्निंग. But this is हियर द आउटपुट इज आल्सो इंफॉर्मेशन। आपको लर्निंग कैसी करनी है वो भी पता है, आपको क्या एक्सपेक्टेड आउटपुट आपको चाहिए वो भी दिया हुआ है, और क्या क्या लर्निंग के पैरामीटर्स हैं वो भी दिए हैं। अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग, नो टीचर इज प्रेजेंट, द एक्सपेक्टेड और डिजायर्ड आउटपुट इज नॉट प्रेजेंट। यहाँ भी कुछ नहीं पता, यहाँ भी नहीं। तो ये एक्चुअली व्हाट एवर द सर्वे आप करते हो, कि अगर आपको देखना चाहते हो, आपको एक ऐसी प्रॉब्लम मिली है, यू वांट टू सी कि हाउ मेनी पीपल यूज, मतलब हाउ मेनी पीपल्स आर नॉन वेज इन दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया, कितने नॉन वेज बंदे हैं जो मीट या अंडे वगैरह खाते हैं, तो आपको कैसे पता चलेगा? तो इसीलिए एक सर्वे करते हैं कि उस एरिया का एक पर्टिकुलर मॉल में चले जाएंगे, सबसे बड़ा एक हब है, तो वहां पे आप अपना बंदा बैठ जाओ, खुद बैठ जाओ, सर्वे करो कितने बंदे व्हाट एवर द पर्सन्स आर कमिंग। वहां पे कुछ नहीं हमें पहले बताया कि इतने बंदे यहाँ पे करते हैं इतना, दिस टाइप ऑफ लर्निंग विच इज अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग, हियर नो टीचर इज प्रेजेंट, द एक्सपेक्टेड और डिजायर्ड आउटपुट इज नॉट प्रेजेंटेड टू द नेटवर्क। वहां पे आपको नहीं बोला कि हमें यहाँ पे 100 में से 80% बंदे नॉनवेज खाने वाले चाहिए, ऐसी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। द क्वेश्चन इज हाउ मेनी पीपल फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया आर द नॉनवेज। ठीक है, तो जहां जहां से उस एरिया में नॉनवेज मिलता है आइटम, आप वहां पे अपने बंदे लगाओ सर्वे के लिए, जो भी बंदा वहां पे व्हाट एवर द पर्सन इज कमिंग फॉर परचेजिंग, यू नोट डाउन कि हाउ मेनी हैव कैरिड द नॉनवेज आइटम, देन यू मे कैलकुलेट कि हाउ मेनी फैमिलीज आर नॉनवेज इन दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया। तो हियर और कोई मेथड आपको शुरू में नहीं बताया कि आपने कैसे रिकॉर्ड करना है, ये आपकी खुद की अंडरस्टैंडिंग है कि आप कैसे ये चीज रिकॉर्ड करोगे। तो मैं आपको अपनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग के हिसाब से मैं खुद सर्वे पे जाऊंगा, शॉप्स पे जाऊंगा और वहां से सारी इंफॉर्मेशन गैदर करूंगा। यहाँ मॉल्स में इंफॉर्मेशन जैसे करते हैं कि इस बार जैसे ये बिग बिलियन सेल में फ्लिपकार्ट ने कितनी सेल की है या कैसे की है, तो ये भी सिंपल अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग है। यहाँ पे पहले से वी कैन नॉट से कि हमें यहाँ पे भी बिग बिलियन सेल में 90% बंदे जो हैं वो जो ऑनलाइन यूज करते हैं नेट, वो खरीदेंगे सामान फ्लिपकार्ट से, ऐसा नो आउटपुट इज प्रेजेंट, नो एक्सपेक्टेड आउटपुट इज प्रेजेंट। So in this case, no teacher is present, no expected or desired output is present. The system learns of its own by discovering and adapting the structural features in the input. तो आज फ्लिपकार्ट ने ऐसी लर्निंग की तो उनको पता चला जाएगा कि नेक्स्ट टाइम मैंने कितनी आइटम्स, जैसे एक आइटम मोबाइल्स है, तो मोबाइल्स में सपोज फ्लिपकार्ट ने टोटल 1 लाख मोबाइल सेल पे लगाए थे, और जब और खरीदने वाले बाद में जब आ रहे थे वो 5 लाख बंदे हुए, तो उन्होंने अपनी खुद अनसुपरवाइज लर्निंग की, तो उनको पता चला कि नेक्स्ट टाइम मोबाइल हम ज्यादा बिग बिलियन सेल में लगाएं, क्योंकि इसके कस्टमर्स ज्यादा हैं और बाकी चीजों के कस्टमर्स कम हैं। तो दिस टाइप ऑफ लर्निंग इज नोन एज द अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग। सो व्हाट इज नो टीचर इज प्रेजेंट, इसके पॉइंट्स हैं द एक्सपेक्टेड और डिजायर्ड आउटपुट, या समटाइम्स द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ कैटेगराइजेशन इज देयर। कैटेगराइजेशन जैसे करते हैं ना, हाँ वो भी कैटेगराइजेशन किया फ्रॉम आपके डिपार्टमेंट से, सपोज योर क्लास इज देयर, आई वांट टू कैटेगराइज हु प्लेज क्रिकेट, हु प्लेज बास्केटबॉल एंड हु प्लेज वॉलीबॉल, 3 गेम्स है, तो कैटेगराइज कैसे करेंगे? आपसे सबसे एक फॉर्म भेजेंगे, वहां पे लिखेंगे योर गेम, तो जिसने क्रिकेट लिखा होगा क्रिकेट, उसकी काउंट क्रिकेट में आ जाएगी, देन वॉलीबॉल एंड बास्केटबॉल। So here the survey is done basically. You collect the data and from the data you make the analysis of the data and you categorize, you classify the data. That type of learning is known as the unsupervised learning. And third type of learning, what is the third type of learning? Here the teacher is present but does not present the expected or desired. तो यहाँ पे ये चीज पढ़ा है, बट यहाँ पे कितने नंबर चाहिए वो नहीं बताया पहले। आपके पापा ने शुरू में ये नहीं बताया कि यू नीड मोर देन 90% मार्क्स टू गेट द कार, बस उन्होंने यही बताया कि आपका रिजल्ट आता, हम देखते हैं क्या रिजल्ट आता, उसके बाद हम डिसाइड करेंगे कि आपको क्या मिलना और क्या नहीं मिलना। नाउ सपोज टीचर ने आपको पूरा साल पढ़ाया, टीचर इज प्रेजेंट बट एक्सपेक्टेड आउटपुट इज 91, ये नहीं पढ़ा, आपके मार्क्स आए हैं 75%, you have scored 75% marks. Now what your father sees, आपके फादर देखेंगे कि पूरी क्लास का रिजल्ट दिखा उन्होंने, और पूरी क्लास में जो 75% इज नॉट मोर मार्क्स, बट आप टॉपर हो, सबके 75 से कम है मार्क्स, और आप टॉपर हो। क्लियर? तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इट मीन्स दैट द एग्जामिनेशन वॉज वेरी टफ। Examination was very tough and you scored those 75. What you have scored? You have scored 75, but you are the topper. Means you have got the first position. So you have scored 75% marks. So he may give you the car because पहले से no expected out was given that you have to score more than 90% for a car. Here he can give you the car. Let us have a second. You have scored 88% marks. Now your father compare the result of your all classmates and he has seen कि आपसे ऊपर 98 वाले भी बहुत है, 95 वाले भी बहुत है, 96 वाले भी बहुत है और आपकी 60 की क्लास है, उसमें से आपका रैंक 50th आया। Means 49 more students have scored more than 88%. Now your father will not give you anything. He said नहीं नहीं ये तो 50th position में आया, though you have scored 88%. And in other case a student scoring 75% किसी और क्लास का, उसको कार मिल गई और आपको मीन्स आपका ब्रदर है वो 75% पे कार ले गया, आपको 88% में you didn't got the car. Why? Because इन शुरू में एक्सपेक्टेड आउटपुट कुछ नहीं दी थी कि मोर देन 90% या मोर देन 70%। तो इन केसेस में इस तरह की लर्निंग जो होती है दैट इज नोन एज द रीइंफोर्स्ड लर्निंग। तो जब जब गेट के परसेंटाइल वगैरह सेट होते हैं एंड वी से हम सोचते हैं कि 97% बहुत है, 98% बहुत है, तो जब ऐसे तो हम अपने आप को रीइंफोर्स करते हैं कि नहीं नहीं 97% से कुछ नहीं होगा। So what happens here? Just see the last line. The reward is given for the correct answer computed and a penalty for a wrong answer. तो यहाँ पे ये भी हो सकता है कि आपकी पोजीशन 50th है, दो आपने 88% बोला, तो पापा आपके बोलेंगे आप पढ़ते रहिए, अपना बाइक भी वापस करो, तो पेनल्टी लग सकती है 88% पे भी, because all class is scoring 96, 98, 95 and you have scored 88%. You are at 50th position out of 60 students. So there can be penalty, maybe imposed on you. Return your bike. You are not studying. But in this case, this your brother is having 75%, उसके पास bike है, but he is the topper. The father may give you a reward कि आप topper बने हो, though you are 75%, I will give you a car. So this type of learning where teacher is present, but output is not given. That type of learning is known as the reinforced learning. Very important topic this is. So this is all about your neural network. So now we will go through the polls for today. Let us go through the poll. I will stop sharing the screen now. And we will move on to the polls now. You must see now. So I have launched the poll 1. Just go through this poll. So students, go through this poll. Be fast. Fifteen students are polled up to now. Be fast. Students, I'm going to end the poll very soon. And only half of you are polled up till now. Only 10 seconds left for this poll. Very simple questions. 8 seconds more I will give and 8 students are still left. I will mark them absent, those who are not attending the polls. So answer is, for the first question it is artificial, and for the second question it is example. They learn by example. Now go for a second poll and be little bit fast. Just listen, see, read the question carefully. The conventional computers, not the artificial computers. They are not so good for. Means what are the shortcomings in the conventional computers? They are not good at interacting knowledge data. They are not good at massive parallelism. They are not good at adapting to the circumstances, or all of the above. And the second question is, the neural networks are based on dash architecture of the biological brains. So we are talking more than one brain now. It is brains. Only 20 students have polled and 30 seconds left. Be fast. On 30 seconds left for this poll and only 20 students have polled up till now. Fifteen seconds left. Ten students still have not polled. I'm going to end this poll now. So answer of it was all of above. The answer for first question was all of above. So all these properties are lacking in a conventional computers. And for second, it was the parallel. And neural networks are based on the parallel architecture of the biological brains. Next poll. So only 1 minute for this poll. Last question. The simplified model of real neurons known as means artificial real neural network means neurons means artificial neural network. The simplified model is known as threshold logic unit, Maculus-Spitz neuron, or both of the above, or none of the above. I asked this question in between also. I think from Uday Mahajan. I asked this question in between also. Be fast. 10 students still left. And 10 seconds left now. Give your response. Lock your response. So the answer for this question was both of above. Either it is also known as threshold logic unit, and it is also known as McCullough-Pitts neuron model. So answer was both of above. So many students have not given the right answer. They have selected one of the above. Poll number 4. Just read each option carefully with spellings. Which of the following is not the activation function? There is one which is not the activation function. Rest three are the activation function. One in a choice is not the activation function. Just read the spelling of all the functions. Be fast. I'm going to end the poll. Only single question is there. And only 20 have polled. I'm going to end the poll very soon. And within 15 seconds, I'm going to end the poll. Thirty have polled. Still 14 left. Still 6 students left. And only 5 seconds more. Be fast. 2 polls still left. Be fast. So here the answer was B, that is price wise, because it is actually the piecewise linear function. So here I have written price wise. So this is not any function. So answer was price wise. Poll number 5. Be fast. One question is there. Very simple question is there. If you have heard my lecture properly, right away you will give the answer. So in multi-layer feed-forward network in LMN configuration, M denotes what? Input layer neurons, hidden layer neurons, output layer neurons, or none of the above. LMN. Just lock your response. 25 have responded out of 44. 27. Be fast, all of you. 30 students have locked their answer. Still 11 left. 9 left. I will wait for 10 seconds more. 8 students are still left. Be fast. 7 students have not recorded their answer up till now. So the answer for this question was hidden layer neurons. L represent the input layer neurons, M represents the hidden layer neurons, and N represents the output layer neurons. Now the last poll of the day. This question is about the learning. Thirteen students left for the poll. 31 have polled after 44. 11 students, please record your answer first of all. Still 6 students left. Now I am going to end the poll now, only within 5 seconds. So this was the last poll of the day, and 4 students still not recorded their answer. So I'm going to end the poll now. And the answer is the reinforced learning, where the reward and penalty is given. So students, this is all for the today's lecture, and I will hope you all have submitted your MST1. So I will wait for today only. Today, so tomorrow I will not accept any of the MSTs. So okay, it's all from my end. And Simranjit, I will check your paper today. Don't worry now. 76 is one number.